Hello, everyone, and welcome to the 2025 Run for the Young race briefing. My name is Beck Mitchell. I'm the race director, and I am so excited that you are joining us for our 12th annual Run for the Young event. It's incredible to have you all with us, and tonight we are going to go through all of the last minute details that you need to know for your upcoming race day. So this is what we are going to cover in the session. We will go through the runner's guide and any questions that you think you might have, the event location, the race start times, of course, the drink stations along the course, safety, which is a priority for us, the marathon newbie category, our legends and our champions, which is an awesome concept, post-event, what happens at the end, and of course, we will also talk about our amazing volunteers and the charity that Run for the Young supports. So to start with our runner's guide, we have built a guide on our website that you can access from anywhere, anytime, that should answer majority of the questions that you have. So if you haven't already, jump on our website, runfortheyoung.com, and check out our runner's guide. If you have any questions that are not in the guide and you would like them answered, feel free to reach out to one of our friendly team and we'll add the answers to the page for you because most likely someone else will be asking the same question. But there's heaps of details there. We've got elevation charts. We've got all the things that you need to know about the event and some fantastic details there. We've even started to add some Strava links so that you can check out some of the courses on Strava as well for some more detailed elevation. So if you've got questions, the runner's guide is the place to be. Mount Lilydale Mercy College has extended the site to us for yet another year, and we are very, very grateful. So our course starts at 120 Anderson Street, Lilydale. It's a fantastic site, and the bonus is that it is literally attached to the Warburton Trail, which is our course for the Run for the Young. So basically you do a couple of right-hand turns to get to the course, and then on the way back, a couple of lefts and you're home. So it's really great to have the support of Mount Lilydale Mercy College. And yeah, it's just a brilliant site. So we're very grateful. This is our site layout. And while it does look a little bit complicated, it is just a bird's eye view to show you that there is basically one major entry on the left-hand side off Anderson Street and one major exit. All of the rest of the traffic flow is managed within the site itself. Again, one entry and multiple exits, but really just the one entry for the car parking. There is plenty of car parking on site. We can fit approximately 400 vehicles. So we're up around the 1,200 or even 1,300 entries now. So we definitely can't fit everyone on site, but there is quite a lot of parking, which is fantastic. So if you get there early, you might get a good spot on the site. Outside of the school itself, there's plenty of parking out the front as well, and then down into a lot of the side streets that are really close to the event site. So there's definitely plenty of parking. And yeah, once you make the most of the 400 cars on site, we will then be making sure everyone has other options close to the venue, which means, yeah, you don't necessarily have to walk a long way to get there. We definitely have toilets, and we are, as our event is growing, we're growing the number of toilets that we have. So there are toilets located on the back of the gymnasium, as you can see marked on the map up the top there. And there's heaps of internal ones in the gymnasium, but we've also got another line of portaloos again this year, and we've extended them to have more toilets again. So I know that it's a contentious issue for anyone who's trying to get to their race on time. Get to registration, get your bib, go to the toilet, get to the start line. It's definitely the priority. Maybe some stretching in there too, but plenty of toilets on site, and hopefully that will really help all of you as participants. And then, of course, we have an event area as well. So an entire portion of the site is designated just for us, and it gives us a really great spot to put all of our registration, all of the bag drop, etc. And it's right next to the start line. So we'll go through all of those details, but this just gives you a bit of an overview. This is our main site layout. Majority of this is undercover, which is great. So protection from the rain and also protection from the sun. It is concrete, and we have lots going on in this area. Of course, registration's the main one. You can also drop your bags as well in this area. We have plenty of merch for sale, so you can visit the merch tent. And of course, we have an incredible amount of paces again this year, supplying paces across the marathon and half marathon. Very, very specific times and just a huge field of paces. So very grateful to have John and the whole team pacing this year, and we've got a dedicated marquee for them as well, which will be fantastic. We've got first aid on site, so if there's any first aid issues, and of course we've got some of our sponsors. Thrive will be there, Thrive Sports Medicine, and they'll be providing some recovery options. The running company Lilydale will also be there as well, so they're fantastic, and they'll have plenty of products and some friendly team there to chat to you on the day. And of course we've got coffee and food to keep you going as well. We have a podium as well. So at the end of every category, first, second, and third, male, female, we're going to present the podium as well, which will be fantastic. And of course, it's great to have our event MC, Tim Crosby, back for yet another year. He always does an amazing job, and it's a really great contribution to the event. So this is a really full-on area. There's lots happening. So make sure, you get involved and get there. Here are the start times. So most of you would know this already. It's on our website, gone out in a number of our EDMs, but our marathon starts at 7, our half marathon at 7:30, 10K events at 8, 5K is at 10, and of course the kids run at 11. So that just gives you a bit of an indication of the staggered times, which just sort of helps with traffic flow across the site and also managing the podiums and the finishers' medals at the end. Drink stations. Awesome. So out on course, we have drink stations every sort of 3 to 5 kilometers, depending on where you are on the course. 8 stations in total. So if you're running the marathon, you're going to go past those stations on the way out. And then, of course, you'll pass them on the way back as well on the return journey. Our course is an out and back, just in case you weren't aware. Make sure you turn around. It is self-serve, so there is an expectation that you will be able to bring your own collapsible cup. I'll talk to that in a moment, but then fill your own water or cup with what's at the hydration station. But yes, there's not a lot of our crew to be assisting pouring everybody's drinks. So just come in mind knowing that you've got to be self-serve. And then, of course, BYO cups. So we are plastic free. Our entire event is plastic free, and we don't supply cups on course. So it is expected that you would bring your own. We have a number for sale from our merchandise tent and on our website. So if you need to get one, we'll have plenty available, but just please come in mind knowing that you will be self-serve. We will have water at every station, and we will also have the Tailwind product at every station. This year we have mandarin flavor for those that are interested and wanting to train with it beforehand or even just know what it tastes like. It is an amazing product. We're super stoked to have Tailwind back again for another year as our on-course hydration, and really appreciate their support. So mandarin flavor it is. Now, I have checked the weather, as I'm sure most of you have, and we are expecting some warm weather, a slight chance of a little bit of precipitation, so it might be a little bit muggy, but we are looking at some pretty good weather and a bit overcast as well, which will be really good, but it will be warm. So we're looking at somewhere between sort of 26, 27 degrees. So please make sure that you're well hydrated in the week leading up to the event, which is this week, especially the day before. And then, of course, please don't underestimate your hydration requirements on course. Warm weather is expected. And we will do our best to keep you hydrated and supply what you need, but it is your responsibility to ensure that you stay hydrated as well. Our road crossings, they all operate on a traffic light system. So on 2 major road crossings, one in Lilydale and one in Wandon, are managed by Australian Traffic Control, ATC. So they will have the stop-go signs, and they'll be stopping traffic on those major intersections so that you can cross with ease and there's absolutely no dramas. On all of the minor road crossings that have less traffic and basically are just a smaller road, they're all managed by our Bridge Builders team. And again, they operate on a stop go traffic light system. So you will see potentially 4 different colored flags out on course. The first is green, and basically that means go. If a team member is waving or holding a green flag, there's no traffic, you're completely safe. You can cross without any hesitation. You're all good to go. Yellow is caution, and that's generally them signaling to you that it is not safe to cross. So they'll be checking for cars, they'll be checking for obstacles or anything that's going to harm you or prevent you from crossing the road safely. And their job is to indicate to you using that flag system. So if you see yellow, it's caution for a reason. Of course, you can choose to go when you want to go and it's safe for you. But at the end of the day, our team is there to help protect you and keep you safe. And if they're waving a yellow flag, it's for a reason. The red flag is one we've never used before and we don't intend to, but it is important that you understand its meaning. It would basically mean that the race is closed, sorry. So if a team member's waving that flag, there's obviously a major drama, something's happening, and you need to pay attention to the instructions that come with that flag. Again, we hope never to use it, but in the case of emergency, and we do, you understand that it means you need to stop and wait for further instructions. There is also another flag that you may see potentially closer to the start finish line, and it's basically just a directional flag. So again, if a team member's waving a blue flag, they're just assisting you to make sure that you're going the right way. There's not a lot of corners to get to and from the trail, and it's an out and back on the trail. So it's very simple, but if you've got someone showing you a blue flag, they're literally just making sure that you are going the right way. It's directional. Okay, marathon newbie category. I'm so excited. I absolutely love the concept of our marathon newbies, and it's basically anybody who's running their first ever marathon. So I know what it feels like, sorry, to have a go at your first ever marathon. I did that at the first ever Run for the Young all the way back in 2014. And I know, sometimes it's not just about the end result, it's just about challenging yourself and getting to that finish line. So I created the marathon newbie category literally in honor of every person who's having a go at running their first marathon ever, not just on our course, but ever. So if you see a red bib out on course, these people are going to need your support. They're having a go at their first one. I think we have more than 150 registered already. Hopefully none sign up this week, because if they're crazy enough to sign up a few days before the race, that'll be interesting. But an amazing category, but please get behind our marathon newbies. They're incredible and they could really do with your support. And I really do hope every single one of you who are tackling your first one that you go well this weekend. Alrighty, our champions and our legends, another very exciting concept. So the turquoise or the green champion singlet at the top there, this is for all the people that have run more than 5 Run for the Young events, which is absolutely incredible. And they are literally champions. So if you see them out on course, give them a cheer, give them a high five. These are people that continually support Run for the Young year after year, and we really, really appreciate their support. Of course, we have a Legends Club. There's a few rare people out there that have done more than, or at least 10 Run for the Youngs. Now that we're in our 12th year, there's more and more people joining this club. I think there's about 10 or 12 out there. So again, if you see people wearing this Legend top, they really have supported the cause for such a long time. And I'm incredibly grateful as the race director, but I know that all of the crew at Bridge Builders really appreciate your support. So thank you again. You guys are literally legends. Okay, post-event, you get a medal. How exciting. So every single finisher receives a finisher's medal as you cross the finish line. Your medal color is color coordinated with your bib. So whatever your bib color is, be expecting that medal color when you cross the line. And of course, we are doing male, female, first, second, and third podiums across all of the distance categories, which is really exciting. So if you come first, second, or third in the male, female categories in your category, in your race distance, please make sure you hang around just for making sure we've got 1, 2, and 3. We'll pop you up on the podium, take a photo, and just give you your prizes as well. So really exciting to have you part of that. There is a bit of a recovery area. As I mentioned, Thrive Sports Medicine are doing some recovery options in their marquee. And of course, there's just a great space and a great atmosphere to start that recovery going. So making sure you're getting that hydration back on board and that nutrients into your body, especially post marathon, really important. Timing will be live this year. I'm very excited to announce timing will be live. So you'll be able to see our timing online as it's happening, which is super exciting. And the results will go on to our website straight away, which is incredible. So as you cross the line, you should be able to check out your results straight away. And we'll be sharing more on our socials on the day with the link, so you can just click on your time and find out straight away. We have Field of View Sports Photography out on course again this year. They do a phenomenal job at capturing different parts of the course, from part of the Mount Evelyn area where the main distances go, and then out towards Yearing on the Warburton Trail where the kids run and the 5K go. And then, of course, we have dedicated photography at that finish line for your wonderful finishes photo as well. So photos are going to be available online after the event, usually within about 24 to 48 hours. You can download your photos, which is really exciting. And of course, they're digital. It's just a small fee for the digital photos, and 100% of the proceeds of the photography go to the charity, which is really, really great. And of course, our event would not be what it is today without the amazing support of Bridge Builders Youth Organisation. It is the charity that designs and delivers this event year after year. And I'm just so proud of what we're building together and the kids' lives that it's helping and the finance that we raise for the kids that need our support. So for the 70 plus people that it takes to put on this event, I'm so grateful for your help, and just really appreciating, the people and the team behind this event. And of course, the funds that we get to raise and support young people that really need it. So thank you to the volunteers, and thank you for all the participants for supporting such a phenomenal cause. And that brings us to the end of our race briefing for 2025. I hope that has covered all of the important information. Remember, it will be warm, so please hydrate. Make sure that you take care of one another. Carpool to the site if you can. And if you have any other questions, feel free to reach out to our team. And I really look forward to seeing every single one of you on Sunday, the 23rd, this weekend, achieving your race goals. See you there.